Okay, great. So we are now recording. So, ladies and gents, thank you so much for joining us. First day of summer as well. So, British summer here in the UK. Nice light evening, which is wonderful. So, oh, it's blooming freezing here in the UK at the moment. So, the purpose of this call, as you may well know from the email or maybe you saw it in the Telegram community, is to essentially introduce you to a new strategic relationship that us here as the team of Locked Money have just started working with these guys. We've been working with them for a while now. But more importantly, how it can benefit you. And let me say straight away, there's no cost involved in this at all, by the way. So there's nothing, nothing for you to buy here at all. It's just genuinely us wanting to help you out. In fact, everything, the Locked Money ecosystem benefits as well, but I'll come on to that. So, I'm still getting lots of people joining us, which is wonderful. So let me jump in straight away. So we have teamed up with an incredible team of individuals who are behind an AI crypto trading bot. Now, full transparency, there are other crypto trading bots out there. However, I've never seen anything as Igus just said, as simple as this and as easy to execute. And as this space continues to grow and evolve, and I know, for the last 6 months, it's been a little bit tempestuous with markets and tariffs and all that sort of good stuff. I do understand that. But things are beginning to get a little bit easier to get involved in protocols. And that's how it has to be, because we all know the average individual, think of our parents or maybe your partner, that most people are not going to probably be like us and learn how to install Rabby or MetaMask. Nothing wrong with that. But things for mass adoption have to just get, really, really simple. And that's where everything is going. And it's wonderful just to see with laws hopefully being passed soon in the Senate and retail coming on board. That's the path that we are on. So with all that in mind, we have teamed up with an incredible team behind an AI crypto trading bot. Two things I want to say immediately. Firstly, you can use this bot, and we're about to go and look at it in this call. I've also created a video course for you. I'll tell you where that is in a second. You can do everything, literally everything inside Telegram. It's incredible. We don't have to go to a different website. We don't have to sign stuff on MetaMask. Don't have to do anything in Rabby. 100% of everything is done inside your Telegram, which means you can be in the car on your phone and you can be checking trades or wanting to trade, and you don't have to do anything else at all. Literally everything is inside Telegram. The very first time, I just teed this up a second ago, the very first time you get involved, you will need to fund your wallet. So there'll be one time where you will send something, but I will come on to that. But that aside, 100% of everything is done inside Telegram. So it's absolutely incredible. But if that wasn't good enough, what I feel is even more exciting is the AI capability that is built into this bot. Because with this AI assistant, let's call it, we can ask it to do pretty much anything for us. Now we can ask it to just purchase or sell, kind of, let's call it normal trading. But what I suspect you'll probably be most interested in, and this is certainly what I was interested in, and Igers and Jed and the whole team here, is that we can use the AI and we can say to it, we have to be specific in our prompts, and we'll look at this in a few moments. We can say, go and do some technical analysis for me. Go and look at market sentiment. Go and look at the data. Go and look at the blockchain and tell me what looks like. I mean, again, we should say, nothing is 100% guaranteed, of course, but what looks like it could be maybe making me 15, let's say 20% profit over the next 7 days, or whatever time scale you want. We have to sort of be realistic as well. And then this AI tool will go out and it will look at all the data, which would take us not only a ton of time, but also, I don't know if you're the same as me, I suspect you are. I don't want to be shackled to my computer, looking at technical analysis. It's not my strong suit. I don't really enjoy that side of it at all. We're all here because we want to, of course, make, a bit of extra income. Nothing wrong with that. But we often don't want to be shackled to our computer. So now this is where AI does 99% of the heavy lifting for us. I'm just letting some more people that just joined the call into the call. So it's absolutely incredible. And then when we are presented with the results, and we'll take a look at some results in a few moments' time, it's so detailed. And something else that this AI does, in fact, it does many things, is it will encourage us to look at when we should sell to take profits, and we can set up this sell alert with one click. So again, we don't have to stick to our computer or our phone to see when that price is reached, and then we sell ourselves. It's all done automatically once we set it up. And also the flip side of that is it allows us to set a stop loss. Many here may know what a stop loss is, but in case you don't, this is something that is really, really smart. When I started in this space, I didn't even do this for years. But essentially, a stop loss is if you do purchase something, and if it does fall, which of course is possible. Nobody's promising every single trade is going to be profitable. I think we all know that. But with the AI assistant and data and technical analysis, in the research that we've done, and Igers has done this, and I have done this, and as you're about to see, most of the trades have been profitable. But my point is, we can also set a stop loss, and we can say, look, if for whatever reason it dips by whatever we want, maybe 2%, maybe 3%, trigger a stop loss. So automatically what you purchase would then be sold. So you're protecting yourself from any further losses. So let's imagine you bought $100 worth of something and you said, I want to put a stop loss of 3%. That means that if that $100 worth of whatever then did dip to 97, it will automatically sell. Yes, you have made a 3% loss in that case, but you're being smart. You're protecting your bottom line. So not only will the AI allow us to explore and be presented with opportunities that could do very well for us. And this depends on the quality of what we ask our AI. We don't just want to say, make me money, basically. We want to be specific. And we'll look at this a little bit more as we continue in this call. But really, my headline for you is, this is extremely easy to use. It's a lot of fun. It can be very profitable, and we are really harnessing the power of AI. And of course, we all know where AI is, and we're only just on the periphery, really, aren't we, of where AI is going to be right now, on where we'll be just in 2 years' time. One other slight aside, let me spend just 60 seconds flagging up something else as well. And it's to do with the premium category at Locked Money. As you probably know, there is a premium category coming soon. I know we've said soon for a long time. I'm very, very conscious of that. It's kind of almost ready to go. The reason we have not deployed it is because we are just slightly, maybe concern is the wrong word, but what we don't want to happen is the premium category to go live and maybe not that many people sign up for it, because it's going to be a paid thing. It's only $15 a month. That would just be awful and embarrassing and everything. If we spent all this time, basically a year, and we didn't really get that many people paying for the premium category. And so therefore, what we're really focusing on right now is building the free category. So we have, hopefully tens of thousands of wallets connected. So then when we go live with the premium category, we're a bit more confident that many more will convert, if you like, and become premium category users. The reason I'm saying this is because I know many have been asking, come on, Chris, this premium category has been promised since, September, October last year, 6 months or so. So that's another reason that we've got this this partnership with this sister project, because one of the main reasons I know that many are interested in the premium category is this AI autonomous trading. And so therefore, we thought that this was kind of a good solution for everybody. It means we don't have to kind of rush to go live with the premium category and risk maybe not that many people signing up at first, which, as I say, would be, not great after the years we've been doing this for. But at the same time, allowing you what most people are interested in when it comes to the premium category, which is the AI autonomous trading. And this is free as well. This is not going to cost you anything. The premium category will have other things as well as this. So I just want you to know that the premium category is still coming, but I know many are kind of keen on the AI trading. And now you can get so it's kind of a win-win. You will now get access for that bit of it now for free. So just to be clear, everything that you're about to see works 100% in Telegram. It's truly mind-blowing how this works. It's ever so easy how to set up. And what happens is, inside Telegram, you will essentially go to where this bot lives. I'll explain all this as we continue. And I'm sure you use Telegram where you can have you can have chats, can't you, with people? You will now have a chat, or a channel, let's call it, to your AI bot that will be unique to you. The first time you set up your AI bot, I'm not going to get too technical right now on this call because there's no need, but just so you know, the first time you set up your AI bot, it takes about 30 seconds or so, and it sets up for you secure wallets that Telegram doesn't have access to. You have the private keys. In fact, you're presented with the private keys. And this is up to you to not lose those private keys. If, for example, you opened up a Telegram account on another computer, you would need those private keys to be able to access your AI bot somewhere else as well. Now, I know that there's many questions, I'm sure, already about this. So let's go through, you know what I'm like. Let's keep things simple. Let's go through two things right now. Firstly, I'm going to show you what it looks like in a few moments' time. But again, I always hesitate showing how things work on calls like this because it's not the best vehicle. You might think, what's Chris doing? It's never the webinars, Zoom meetings are never the best, I feel, to actually kind of instruct. So this is more of an overview of what you have access to. But secondly, and this definitely will help you, is I've created a video course. It's only 14 videos. Won't take you that long to go through, maybe an hour or so. And it goes through exactly how all this works. We also have documentation as well, explaining it all. It is pretty simple, but like anything, there's a few little things to go through first. So with that said, let me share my screen. I'm going to show you firstly where this video course is, and then I'm going to show you the documentation, and then I'm going to show you the bot, and we'll do something live. I say it might not make 100% sense to you because this is the first time you're seeing it, but I'm pretty confident you'll get the gist of it. So we'll do all that. So firstly, how are we for time? Okay, we're doing well for time. And then, by the way, in fact, if you have a question at any time, please feel free to put it in the chat. Igers very kindly always answers the question. So thank you, Igers, for that. And then you can ask a question at the end if you have any specific questions as well, which I'm sure you do have. Thank you, Igers, for answering these questions, by the way, mate. Right, so I'm just going to quickly share my screen to start off with. Let's go here. Can you see my screen, by the way? You should be able to. Maybe you could just let me know you can. Thank you, Andy. Right, I'm just going to quickly, oops, I need to move this over a little bit here. Okay, so this is the Lot Money blog, and I've added something brand new today here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. AI crypto trading bot with locked money. And this is where I would suggest maybe make, a bit of time over the next few days or so. I think you'll really enjoy it. You know me by now. There's no time wasting. We get straight to it. And this is essentially explaining how this AI crypto trading bot works. So there's a series of videos from me. And again, everything's explained here. And it's pretty straightforward. And I think you'll absolutely love it. So I'll just quickly read the very first thing here, just so we're 100% clear. So it says here, we partnered with a sister project, an AI crypto bot that has the potential to seriously level up how you trade. This is an AI-powered trading bot. You can trade crypto. You can even bridge. We haven't even talked about that. You can buy and you can sell, but you can do it all within Telegram. There's no need for a separate wallet. This is important. There's no need for MetaMask. There's no need for Rabby. This is where everything is going. Things are becoming finally a little bit simpler, and they will continue to get even simpler. Everything happens in one place, and it gets even better. The AI bot has powerful research capabilities, meaning that you can ask it to find tokens with strong potential. You can then buy those directly inside Telegram. You can set up automatic sales, as we've mentioned. So you could, for example, say, look, when this reaches 20% profit, I want you to sell. You can get even more nuanced as well. So, for example, you could say, it's a little bit more of an advanced strategy. It's not that much more advanced, but you could say, for example, well, let's think about this. Let's imagine you bought $100 worth of something. You could say, when it makes 10% profits, sell 80% of my tokens. So you're locking in 80% of your tokens at a 10% profit, but maybe you then keep back the other 20% of your tokens, but you say to the bot, sell those when it gets to 20% profit. That's known as having a laddered kind of profit strategy, essentially. You can do all this with one click inside the bot. To start off with, though, I would suggest something simple, and we'll look at a prompt in a moment. For example, like when it makes 10%, sell, for example. But you can do all of this within inside Telegram. You can set automatic sells, automatic stop losses, as we mentioned earlier. Everything is fast, it's private, it's convenient. Your funds stay in your wallet. It's not on a centralized platform, meaning that you always have access to this. So everything is explained in this course here, which is at the blog, which is blog.locked.money. Or if you just go to locked.money, there's a link at the very bottom to the blog itself. Also in this course, I share with you some documentation that we've got here. I'm not going to go through too much of it on this Zoom call because there is no need. But again, essentially it says, welcome to the world of your personal crypto trading sidekick that lives right inside Telegram. No need to juggle a dozen browser tabs, download apps, or deal with slow exchanges. You can trade straight through essentially your chat, whether you're on the couch or rushing through your day. And so this is known as a Git book. I'm sure you've heard of a Git book. In case you haven't, every legitimate DeFi project has its own Git book, which is essentially a book online that breaks down everything that you need to know about the particular project. Locked Money has a Git book, and this is the Git book for this AI bot. And we go through this in the video course, so I'm not going to break down exactly what we're looking at right now. I just want you to know that as well as videos, there's also this very well-written book online. And also, of course, you can ask us at any time in the Telegram group should you have any questions. So we've got the video course here at the blog. We've got the Git book. And don't worry about where the Git book is. That's mentioned in the video course. I'd suggest just start with the video course. And let me show you now Telegram. Let's go to Telegram now. Right. So can I ask, can you see my Telegram at the moment? If you could, okay. Thank you, Ivan. Now, please don't worry about what you're even looking at the moment here. Don't worry about this one little bit. So don't worry about, you're seeing wallet addresses and portfolios. Don't worry about that at all. This is my personal AI bot inside Telegram. And it's got the little logo up here, AI crypto bot, as you can see. Now, there's so much that we can do. Everything is done via prompts, everything. And what that means is down here where you would write a message, if I put /, and again, I go through all this in the course, if I put /, all the prompts appear of what I can do. I can buy, I can sell, I can bridge. There's even more advanced things that we haven't even spoken about. You can copy trade. You can find traders, or you might know of traders, or you can ask the AI to show you traders that are doing well, and you can copy their trades. You can snipe, which means when new tokens are released, you can purchase those. That can sometimes be a little bit, they can be very, very volatile. So I would not recommend doing that straight away unless you want to put, $50 in for a little bit of fun. What you'll probably be using the most in here, and we go through all this in the course, is the Ask AI, which is absolutely incredible. And as I mentioned a moment ago, the key to the success with this is getting specific with our prompts. I don't know if you've read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He talks about specific information. You might well know this. He says specific information is better than generic. And so I would encourage you, and I go through this in the course, to be specific with your request. So, for example, you wouldn't say something like, I mean, you could. There's no right and wrong. You can say what you want. But rather than saying, what could make me 10%, for example, you might want to say, I have $100. I am looking for a token that's on the base network that could realistically make me 15 to 20% over the next 7 days, maybe 7 to 14 days. I don't like risk, or maybe you do like risk. I mean, there is no right and wrong. It depends where you are. So what my point is, we're being specific with our prompts here. And what I've done before this call is, in fact, let me copy this right now to show you. I've written a quick little prompt. Can you see I've got a little document here. Maybe you could let me know if you can see this document. If you could. Thanks, Zoran.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. So I've written this is just an example prompt, and I use these sort of prompts quite often now because I've been testing prompts a lot. So I've written here, I want to make 15 to 20% profit on the base network. I'm prepared to wait 5 to 7 days. I mean, look at us. Oh, I'm so prepared to wait 7 days. I mean, if 20% in a year is incredible. Please suggest a good opportunity, give reasons why it is good, and also suggest price ranges for a TPSL. TPSL is something that I'll talk a lot about in the video course. It stands for take profit and stop loss. So I mentioned earlier, the great thing, one of the many things that's great about this AI trading bot is that we can set a TP, a take profit, and a stop loss. And you don't have to, but I would encourage you to. So, for example, we've spent $100, let's say, on something. We might say our take profit is, let's say, 20%. So, a straight 20% profit. And once that 20% is hit, if it hits it, it may not do, but that's why we're using the AI to give us the data. Once it hits that, then a sell will automatically be executed. And of course, in that case, you've made, $120. Well, you made $20, you've got 120 in total. Similarly, with a stop loss, if perchance the token drops, you can say, I want to set a stop loss of 3%. I tend to do 3%. So if it dips a little bit, I'm okay. If it goes to 3%, right, okay, I'm going to sell. So I've taken a 3% hit. So you're protecting your bottom line. But again, all this is covered in the video course. The purpose of this is just to hopefully illustrate from a macro point of view one of the many things that we can do with this AI crypto trading bot. And I would encourage you just to have a play with $50 just to get used to it. But let's do that right now. I'm going to copy this prompt. So I'm going to ask the crypto trading bot. Now, I don't know what it's going to say to me. I can't prepare this ahead of time. This is real time. And we'll see what the AI says. So I will put this prompt in right now. I know it's, as I keep saying, it's a little bit fiddly to see on a computer screen. You will see that I will get presented with quite a lot of information in terms of the result, which is great. Please don't feel overwhelmed at what we're seeing. Again, I break it down in the video course, exactly what we're presented with. And after you've done this once or twice, it's actually very, very simple. But let me show you all the same. So I'm just going to go to the Ask AI prompt. Here we are. Still getting lots of individuals joining this call. So hello, if you've just joined us in the last few moments. So let me go through exactly what we are seeing here. So the AI crypto bot is saying, ask AI agent. That's what I just selected. It says, select an example question or enter your own. 99% of the time, you're going to want to answer your own question. And one of the prompts here, one of the options rather, is enter custom question. Let me click on that. I've done that. It's now saying enter your question. Type your question below and just hit send. So it's giving you examples of questions. I'm now going to use that prompt, which is why I wanted to spend a few moments showing you the prompt. So again, here's what I'm about to ask the AI. I want to make a 15 to 20% profit on the base network. I'm prepared to wait 5 to 7 days. Please suggest a good opportunity. Give reasons why it's good. Also suggest price ranges for a take profit stop loss. Let's see what it says. I'm just going to hit send or hit enter. And sometimes this can take 30 seconds or so. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? That took literally seconds. So the AI bot has now presented me with a ton of information, which would take forever if we were going to do this ourselves. So let's quickly, I'm not going to get too in the weeds here. Again, I go through in the video course exactly what we're presented with here. I just want you to see an example of why this is so amazing. So the AI agent response says, firstly, not financial advice. Crypto is high risk, as we all know, and only trade what you can afford to lose. The kind of the token advice that we all need to take on board. So what's it saying here? It's saying the best 15 to 20% swing in 5 to 7 days on base. According to its research, and this has gone out and scoured the web, and it's looked at market sentiment and data and technical analysis and graphs and deck screener, and it's done in, well, as you saw, in less than a second, what would take us probably a whole afternoon, if not more, to do. It's suggesting Aero Finance, which I have heard of. Here's the contract address. Great. It's telling me the current price, which is 84 cents. It's telling me the market cap is 1.2 billion. It's telling me there's a lot of liquidity, 18 million liquidity. It's gone up 9.2% in the last 24 hours. Now, this is what is particularly fascinating, I feel. It's saying why it's given us the results. Remember in my prompt, I did say, tell me why. Again, this is why being detailed with our prompts is good. You can ask anything. You can ask it to really dig down into detail. So it's saying here that there's institutional liquidity. It's got 18 million in liquidity. It can scale safely. It's talking about the amount of volume. It's saying that there's a lot of momentum, 9% in the last 24 hours. It's saying it's not a flash pump, it's sustainable. It's saying it's the number one AMM on base. That stands for a market maker. We're getting a little bit in the weeds here, but it's giving me good information here. It's also suggesting different levels of taking profit. Remember, we talked about earlier, you might want to sell 80% and then maybe 20%. It's giving us different options here. It's also going specific to me. It's saying, what's my setup? It's telling me that at the moment I've got $237 in my wallet, which I have here in my Telegram wallet. So it's saying to me, why don't you put in $50 to $60, which is 21 to 25% of my capital? It's a smart risk for a conviction play. And it's then saying here exactly what we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen, an exit discipline. Sell 50% when it gets to this price point, and let the remaining 50% ride to a little bit higher. But if it pulls back, set a stop loss as well. And it's saying here why 18% is realistic but not greedy in 5 to 7 days. So as I'm sure you're beginning to see, there's incredible information. When I was first testing this, I couldn't believe the data I was presented with. And then makes it even easier. It tells us everything we need. So essentially we're going to buy. It's on the base network. In fact, do you know what? We'll do this right now. I'll show you. We're going to buy on the base network. Here's the contract address. It's suggested $55. I will do that. It's suggesting a 1% slippage. Slippages, as you might know, when you purchase something, you can set a slippage ratio. That means from the time of saying you want to buy something to actually buying it, because the markets are moving, 24/7. It can often be, even if it's only a few seconds, a slight change in price. A slippage means if I put a 1% slippage, it means I'm prepared for that price to be, 1% either way of what I've suggested, and it will still go through. So why don't I do this very, very quickly? Will you let me know in the chat? Should I do that? Should I do a quick little purchase? You can see how easy it is to do. And again, please know that everything that I'm showing you here is clearer in this video course that is available now at the blog. I put it live a few hours ago, and there's no charge for the course, of course, and there's no charge to use the bot either. Let me just quickly look at some of these chats that I'm missing here. So, thank you, Ivan. Thank you, Igers. Thank you. Okay, Aurelius is asking some good questions. I'll come to your questions in a moment. Aurelius is asking about the take profit and stop loss. Yeah, you can do those, but we'll come back to that. So let's do a little purchase. So firstly, here's the contract address of Aero. Did it say $55? So I'm just going to click this, and you can see it says copy to clipboard. So I've now got the contract address. I'm not leaving Telegram at all. I'm now going to go to my prompt that says buy. So there we go. I'm clicking on buy. It's saying to me, select the blockchain where you want to buy the tokens. We are on the base network. You can have you will have 4 wallets, one on the Ethereum network, one on the base, one on the BNB network, which is also known as the BSC, and one on the Solana network. I suspect over time they may add even more, but we're on the base right now. So let me click on base. Please send the contract address that you want to buy. There's some examples in here, including a lot of money, which is nice, but I'm just going to paste in the one that we just copied, which is Aero. Let me click on that. It's fetching the information. There we go. Aerodrome. There we go. Choose how much you want to purchase. I can put it either in Ethereum or US dollars. US dollars is always easier. I'm going to do a custom amount. We said $55, didn't we? So let me type in $55. Can I move that pen out of the way? Yes, I can. I'm just simply typing in 55. Again, everything being done in Telegram here. I'm going to click enter. And I'm now choosing, do I want a market order or a limit order? Essentially, market means we buy it right now. Limit means we could choose when it falls to a certain price. But for simplicity, we're going to click on market order. Did that go through? There we go. Set my slippage. I'm going to put 1%. confirm buy order. It's confirming we're on the base network. It's so look how beautifully it's laid out. It's simple. It's nice and visual. It's telling you the token. It's telling me the amount, $55. It's a market order. It's 1%. I've got enough in Ethereum in my wallet. I'm going to confirm buy. I'm going to click on that. There we go. Submitting transaction. This can sometimes take, 30 seconds or so. Submit transaction submitted. Buy completed. You've successfully bought Aero. I've now bought some Aero token based on the analysis that the AI bot said. And, I will hold it for, well, who knows, maybe 7 days, maybe a little bit longer, and hopefully we'll get that profit. Now, I can set up a profit and a stop loss automatically, as you can see here. I'm not going to do that right now. Normally I would, and in the video course, I encourage you to, because it's good to kind of protect our bottom end and top end. But again, for the sake of this Zoom call, I just wanted you to see how simple it is. So if I now look at another one of my prompts, if I go to my wallet, I will now see the Aero that I've just purchased, along with some Ethereum that I have, and I also got a little bit of locked money. So if I click on wallets, it's telling me my total value is $251 in my wallets. If I click on base, look, there we go. I've got 3 assets, Ethereum, Aero, which we just purchased, and locked money. How amazing is that? I just bought a token 100% within Telegram. I didn't have to go anywhere else to look up contract addresses, to look at data, to confirm using MetaMask or Rabby. Did it all 100%. It's safe and it's secure and it's protected, all within Telegram. And I've also, well, I haven't set up a stop loss at the moment, but I would normally set up a stop loss. And you can do that at any time. That's another one of the prompts. Let me show you. If I hit on the prompts here, one of them is, where is it? There we go. Set take profit and stop loss. So I could click on that. And then I choose base, and then I could now, set, it says here, Aero or locked money. I would choose the Aero one, and I could set up my details there. So essentially, that is a brief overview of how this AI bot works within Telegram. And I think you are going to absolutely love it because it's very, very simple. It's a lot of fun. I love the fact that it's done completely with inside Telegram. I was on the tube here in London just the other day, coming out from a night out in London, and was just on the tube, and I was just looking at on my Telegram on my phone, and was just seeing how the trades were doing. It was incredible. I didn't need MetaMask. In fact, I don't have MetaMask on my phone. I always got a bit nervous about things like that. So to see it all within one app is absolutely mind blowing. Plus, of course, we've got this AI functionality built in where we can ask AI anything at all. And that, I think, you're going to absolutely love. So my advice to you would be, and we'll take some questions in a moment. How are we for time? Okay, we're coming up to 40 minutes. I don't want to keep this call too long. My advice to you would be, try and make some time, and let's go back to the blog here. Try and make some time maybe over the next few days to go to the Lot Money blog and check out the course here, the AI crypto trading bot, which is now live. And I think you'll absolutely love it. Everything is explained here about how it works. And if you have any questions at any time, you can ask them inside the Lot Money Telegram group. Now, one other thing, actually, I haven't mentioned, which I should also, actually, 2 other things. Let me quickly talk about how come it's free. It's free because the AI CryptoBot charges a fee. It's a standard 1% fee. So if we purchase $100 worth of something, we still get that $100. So the fee is not taken out of what we purchase, but a 1% fee, which is standard, is charged on top of that. So if I bought $100 worth of Aero, I would actually be charged $101, and then that 1% is the fee that goes to the bot. So that's how it makes its money. Also, I mentioned earlier that this is let me stop sharing my screen for a second. This is a new partnership that we have just teamed up with. It's, if you like, a sister project, because these guys, they're spending, or they're about to spend a lot of money on advertising this bot to get more users, and we want to help them get momentum and help them grow. But their next phase is they were going to have their own token, but they're not having their own token. We are now in a relationship with them where they will be using the locked money token moving forward. And that means that if this bot really grows, which I suspect it will, because it's going to be promoted globally, that the bot will put continual buying pressure on the locked money token, which means for all of us here, in locked money, that's only going to help with the price of the locked money token as well. So not only do we get to use an AI crypto tool, and do it all within Telegram, but there's also going to be continuous buying pressure. This is actually the thing that excited Jed the most when he started speaking to these guys, probably back in about December time or so. This element that this will, once it really kicks off, put continual buying pressure on the locked money token itself. So, let me ask you, Igers, I'm going to bring you back on. Can you let me know, well, firstly, your thoughts? Because I think I'm correct in saying you're the only one here that's actually been playing with this. How easy did you find it to kind of get your head around and get started?
Uh, it's it's I don't know how to explain, but it's yeah, it's just in one sentence. It's just one command in that bot start, and it's everything's explained by sentence. But yes, like always, I strongly advise to check out the Chris video course, because we
Thank
all
you.
know how is Chris about explaining things. So I think no one else can do better than he does.
Thank you,
But
buddy.
but anyway, yeah, just like Chris said, anything new and anything you are starting out with anything, there is some learning curve, of course, involved. In this
Absolutely.
case, yeah, just spend some time, watch those videos, and at the end of the day, you will see it's very easy. But yes, after you watch videos, and anyway, like always, if there are some questions, always ask, and we will try to answer them as soon as possible. I remember some, if
Of
I can
course.
add
Yes,
something,
please.
if I can add a bit. I remember when we started to talk about this bot in our Telegram group. I can't remember who was, but some of the members was concerned about it's again Telegram, and it's full of scammers, and
Hmm.
so in this case there is no worries about scammers, because the main thing is you have like Chris mentioned at the beginning, you have like a private chat with that bot, so no one else can interfere in your chat. It can never will be situation like your bot will like ask you questions, or if it's not
So very
under
good points.
if it's not under if you didn't put a command or did ask a question, so no one will come like from side and say hello, how are you today. It will
Yes.
never happen, because like I said, you are having like a private chat with that bot. And if you are having private chat, for example, with anyone, like I have private chat with Chris and with some members here as well. So no third person can interfere. Here the same. So there is no worries about that at all. The worries stays the worries stays and always will be in the main chat in our group. When you will ask questions, scammers will come. They will come, and they will try to so to say to fool you, to DM and so on. That never, how to say, that will never disappear. You have to be cautious and check who is writing and to whom to write. But regarding that TG bot itself, there is no worries about that.
Yes, so just to echo Iger's point, essentially you're having a one-way conversation with this bot. So it's not a group, unlike the Lot Money group, where there are the scammers, as Iger says, in every group. So yeah, you're completely safe, and you are asking the AI, for information, and you are saying let's execute this trade. So Aurelius, love your name, Aurelius. What a wonderfully stoic, kind of fabulous name that is. So Aurelius is asking a very detailed question about uses perpetuals as a hedge for concentrated liquidity. I'm not even going to start to explain what that means. Essentially, concentrated liquidity is another thing that you can do decentralized finance. It basically means that you can facilitate trades to take place. This is nothing to do with that, Aurelius. So this is in inverted commas simple, trading, let's call it simple buying and selling. They may add concentrated liquidity later. I suspect they probably will. But you wouldn't use this for concentrated liquidity plays. You wouldn't be able to ask AI to open or close a concentrated liquidity position using this. You would be able to ask AI, to find you potentially profitable trades and essentially set up a stop loss and a take profit and maybe have a laddered strategy. You can also do lots of other things we haven't even spoken about on this call, as I mentioned briefly earlier about following other traders and even at the Git book I mentioned, there's a whole area called advanced training. But again, I'm always conscious of not, I don't want to get too overwhelming. For most of us, this is really all I use it for. It is just looking at opportunities and putting, $100 down or $150 and having a bit of fun with it. And it's, Igers and I have been texting each other when we get a little message because you get an alert where it says 20% profit has been reached. It's automatically sold for you. And we're texting each other. It's like, wow, that's amazing. I have also, in full disclosure, had one that says, your stop loss has been executed. So something did dip, 3%, but it executed the stop loss. So, technically I lost 3% on that. But it's fun, isn't it, Igers, when we text each other the 20% take profit alerts?
Can I ask a question, Chris?
Simon, of course, mate. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
You're all right. I just see you buy the arrow on there from that trade that
Yes.
you just put in. Can we use lot money to buy arrow and then trade that
Great
way?
question. So you have to purchase using the native token on the blockchain. So therefore, you would have to purchase using Ethereum on the base network. But if you have anything, lot money or anything in your wallet, you can. I, because you might know better than me, because I've always used Ethereum. Would you swap that for? Do you know what? Now you're making me second guess myself. I don't actually. Igers, do you know whether you can use any other asset apart from Ethereum, like
But
USDC?
I think I never tried it,
Nor
but
have I.
I'm pretty sure in locked money you can swap directly locked money for euro or opposite because all the everything will be behind, how to say, everything will be done behind the scenes.
But you could
So
swap any token in the
I
Telegram
yeah,
bot.
yeah, yeah. No,
So
no, no, no. I mean, we are talking about Telegram bot or just
Telegram bot.
swapping.
In the bot.
Ah, I know what you mean now. I know
Yeah.
what you mean. There is a bridging feature. There is a
Yes.
bridging feature, but that bridging feature is between native tokens. For example, if you have some Ethereum, but you need Solana for some, I don't know, Uri bot told you there is a good opportunity for Solana, but you have Ethereum. So you
Yes.
use a bridge. There is a command,
Correct.
bridge, and then you can bridge your Ethereum to Solana. So it's
So that makes sense.
something
But
with
I think
bridging.
what Simon's asking is, and I actually genuinely, Simon, don't know actually, but we can easily find out, is could you purchase something using locked money as your, or USDC even, or would you have to have Ethereum as the, what you're starting with? I can't actually remember, but I can easily find out. I'll do a test. I would have thought, thinking about it, you could easily use USDC and buy, Aero as we just did. If
USDC, sure. Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, you
For
can.
sure.
Yes, you
Yeah.
And
can.
how do you actually fund the bot? Is it
So
from MetaMask?
that's a great question. That's the and Iger's mentioned this briefly at the beginning. Although everything is 100% in Telegram, the only exception is at the very beginning where you want to fund your wallet for the first time. Because obviously, when you create a secure wallet, it's just been created on the blockchain, in real time. So obviously, there's zero balance in there. So that needs to be funded. So there is one time where you need to send, some native token, so Ethereum, if it's on the base
Ethereum
network,
on the,
or
on the
BNB.
base network, yeah?
Exactly. So you need to
Yeah.
send it from maybe Coinbase or Binance or maybe MetaMask or Rabby or wherever. So you need to fund your wallet. So technically, you could argue, you have gone outside Telegram, which you're correct in saying that. But once it's
Yeah.
funded, everything is inside Telegram. But great question, Simon, mate.
Cool. Nice
Great
one.
question. Thank you, buddy. Um, Aurelius. Um, okay, Aurelius is just clarifying his question. Um, ladies and gents, does anybody have anything else they would like to ask? I would really just encourage you to have a bit of fun with it and have a watch this video course, and I think you'll really enjoy it. And that's really it. I'm just looking at some of the questions here coming through in the chat. If you notice, it's getting darker during our call. Wasn't it light like 40 minutes ago? Now look at it. Doesn't it happen quickly? Wow.
UK weather.
Right. I'm just going to pick on no particular reason. Leo, always lovely having you here, mate. What's your initial thoughts from seeing this? Do you have any thoughts or comments or anything?
No, Chris, I'm sort of excited again, something new. I like learning something new, and I'm always looking for small profits, not massive profits. So this
Yes.
sounds like the ideal situation for me, where, as you say, you can watch on your phone. You're not, you can sort of build up to profits. I'd
Yeah.
like to be earning maybe £100 a week, So
Yes.
this looks to be the ideal thing for me anyway. I can set the bot to tell me, I can explain to the bot what I want, and it's going to help me to get what I want.
Exactly. And that you actually said something that appeals to me the most as well. It's so enjoyable just seeing it on your phone and you can see your current
Yeah.
trades. And then, as I say, you obviously get a notification once it's done it for you. It's incredible waking up in the morning and seeing your phone and seeing, take profit sale has been executed. So I'd love to know what you think, Leo, when you get to have a look at it.
Well,
And the
let me
reason I
know.
asked you is because I just love your wonderful accent, as you know.
Thank
So,
you.
all right, mate. Nice to speak to you, Leo. Michael came in late, no problem. How long until the recording gets posted on the LM blog? It will be about 25 minutes as soon as we finish, and we're going to finish in a second. I'm going to go make a cup of tea, and I will upload it to the blog. So yes, Michael, nice to see you here, mate. Nice to see you, pal. Right, ladies and gents. Aloha. I've started saying aloha, Michael, because of you, by the way. I said it to a friend of mine the other day, and they went, a friend of mine came over from New York, and I went, aloha. I went, aha, there you go. Right. So wonderful. Thanks, Igus. Igus, thank you for answering the questions.
No problem. Always welcome, mate.
Thank you, my friends. As I say, it's very easy to set up. I mean, how you actually get access to it in Telegram, the easiest thing is just, I think it's literally the second video I go through in the course. But you can search for the bot or I put a link below the video. It's really up to you. Right. I am going to let everybody get on with their day because I've got this thing about calls being longer than necessary. There is no need. We've been 51 minutes, which is great. I will put this recording on the blog in about half an hour's time. And Stephen, great having you there. I see you're still in traffic, mate. Still in your car. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you, Zoran. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Gunter. I mean, there's so many here, so many new faces as well and new names as well. So I hope you've enjoyed hearing about this. The recording will be live in about half an hour's time. Any questions, of course, ask them in the Telegram community. Guys, I appreciate you. I'll let you get back to your day. All the best. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Take
Thank
care.
you all.
Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye.
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 Bye.